something a little new, and in this case I'm not actually doing a VR game, but rather what's called Oculus Home. I believe this is still in beta. You have to enable some certain settings and everything on your normal Oculus screen in order to be able to have this. But this is basically the front end, or the user interface um, in Oculus. That's what you would kind of maybe hope for or expect in VR. Um, Normal menu here. You can kind of grab, move things around, recenter them anywhere in the environment you want. It looks like I'm sitting on a couch here, because I actually am sitting on my couch right now, so that's kind of a neat thing you can do. Put this wherever you want it. Same thing with that. You can move them, have multiple windows up, same time. You can also access the store from here, which kind of takes you to a completely different environment. Again, all of this is in 3D. So you can go through, do all your shopping, all that good stuff. One thing I don't like about this is, let's say that we wanted to see some more about Arizona sunshine here. We can get us a video, but you can't make that full screen or anything like that. It just kind of plays there. So I don't know, something they could maybe work on. This is a store, pretty basic interface, nothing too crazy about it. But I want to get back to home, mostly because this is completely customizable. I'm no longer on my couch, so I'll go ahead and get up. There's actually different environments you can use. This is the one I have now. I'm clearly no great interior designer. This place is designed like a single guy in college, but whatever. So what I'm going to do first is show some of the basic or preset ones, so you can see what you can do. And yeah, I totally picked that glass ball up and threw it on the ground. That's how you change environments. Just to see some of the stuff you can do. And then I'll take you back to my crappy place so you can see what I actually did. So they all have this similar room, basically, where you have just some area to play, and then just a landscape or something off in the distance. Obviously I took some ideas from this one because I had something similar like that on mine. There's a little flying something in this one. Pictures are on the wall. All of the stuff you have to manually place, so I can only imagine how long it took somebody to do all this. You move around with normal locomotion controls, as far as with the stick you pick where you want to go and what direction you want to face. The arrow is facing forward. The two little things there, those represent the sensors. So just kind of give you an idea where you are in the room. Hi, little alien guy. Yeah, I mean, some really cool stuff. They also have things like this in the environment where you can pick them up. And just as you might expect, this works just like a bow and arrow. So you grab it, and this environment's kind of a space theme. So obviously there's a super cool space bow. You can shoot the sun. Doesn't really do anything. Some of them have targets set up that you can actually hit. They don't really do anything other than just kind of go pew pew, but still kind of neat thing to do. Oops. Oh, this one's pretty cool. This is a remote controlled blimp, and you can make it go up and down, go forward. Let's see if I can get... Whoa. That was pretty cool. I think I broke it. But yeah, you can kind of drive that around, do all kinds of cool stuff. But you get the idea. It's kind of a space tech theme. Not exactly what I was going for on mine, but pretty close. This is kind of a cool way to display. I'll show a little bit more on this stuff later, but basically, whenever you buy a game in the Oculus Store, you get the box art for it, and then you get a cartridge for it. kind of old school. Blowing it. I'll show you what you do with those in a little bit. You can have little pew-pews everywhere. Oh, there's one of those targets I was talking about earlier. After a few seconds, it'll respawn. There we go. Right on cue. Over here, we have a little rocket with a little pull string. If I can actually grab it, there we go. Then you let it go. And it just goes off. So again, kind of stupid. But at the same time, it's something new and it's different. You know, it's kind of what you would expect or what you would hope to have in a VR environment. So we've seen quite a bit of this one. Let's check out the other two real quick. Just like before. Let's see, this was... Which one are we doing now? You can kind of get a preview. So this one is number 1. So let's go ahead and do number 2. Again, we'll just break it. Wait for the transformation. There we go. So this is, again, the space theme, like the other two that you've seen so far. Just different decorations. I'll also show you, somebody really likes cats. There's a little fairy type thing. The decorations themselves are kind of done in an interesting way as well. If you don't like loot boxes, then I got some bad news for you. If you do like loot boxes, at least as far as free ones that are cosmetics and all that stuff, nope, can't get it. I have good news. But yeah, there's way too many cats in this one. But you can see, same exact environment with the space theme, but done in a completely different way. Little jellyfish. But you customize, do things the way you want. This is actually something I kind of want right now. That's a pretty cool thing. But let's check out one of the other environments. I'm guessing that's some kind of weird clock. What is number 3? Here. Or we're in that one. Being tricky with me grabbing it. And that one we did. This is the new one. First time I came to this one, I was like, whoa, what's going on? Because it's a lot smaller than the others, but that's kind of a trick. Like with the other ones, you can grab the objects, interact with them. There's a little fairy. This is clearly like a Peter Pan type theme. You can get a book. You can't actually read it, it's just there for looks. And that's my hand shaking, sorry. Woo! See a book. Let's see if I can't get this sword. There we go. On guard. Doesn't really do anything. Unlike this, boomerang. You throw it. And then, eventually, you catch it. Pretty cool. If it makes it back, I don't know. Nah, hit the rock. So anyway, like I said, I thought this one was smaller, but really, they just kind of put up a little fort for whatever reason. Other than that, this room's pretty bare. So they did all their business right out here on the balcony. But you can see, nice little pirate theme kind of going on. And I believe that is all of them. So actually I'm going to go back to mine, show a couple other things. Okay, now I mentioned as far as getting the objects, the way that it's done is kind of like a loot box. So you have another menu here. While you're playing games, sometimes when you get an achievement in a game, sometimes just when you're in anything in VR, even this section of VR, the Oculus Home, you'll get rewards. So what you do is you come in here, you claim it. It gives you a little box in front of you. Grab it, look at it, ooh, ah. And like anything else, you throw it. And then your items pop up. Apparently I already have all these because it'll do a little sound or whatever. But you can have multiple of the same one. I don't know if that's good or bad. That one started to glow. Let's see what happens when I hold on to it longer. Oh. Whoa, those are kind of in my face. So this one looks new. I think because it's got that little blue dot. Oh, and I got two of the exact same thing on it. I think I have one more. Nope. Okay. So those are the loot boxes. Kind of a interesting way to do it. This is something else I had. Most of the stuff you can interact with. This did have like a little knight and a wizard guy on it, so you can kind of do some weird fantasy game. I don't know. Then the catapult actually shoots stuff. So I mentioned the cartridges for games that you own. And one of the really cool things, now I understand this is not practical, but again, we're in VR, we're doing VR things, having VR fun, right? So let's say I wanted to play Robo Recall and I'm in home, and granted, I could just go here, pull up my library, go to Robo Recall, just like you probably would expect, or probably most people would do, and that's fine. But if you want that little extra nudge, you have your virtual console here. You have a cartridge, you pluck it in there, you push this button, and your VR goggles pop up. And then as you put them on, it's going to get dim. I'm not actually going to put them on. But if I put it on all the way, that would actually start the game. So, kind of a neat way to make all this feel a little more real, I guess, maybe. You can play basketball. Here's some other weapons. You already saw that bow. Here's just a normal put an arrow in the wall bow. Well, that was a good shot. Wasn't even trying for that one. Boomerang, swords, all that stuff. So let's say that I wanted to find a new item. You go through here, there's different categories. You can scroll through here with your thumbstick. There was a golf putting green I opened at some point. Not really sure where that went. Different paintings, ping pong ball, ping pong paddle. I assume I can unlock a ping pong table at some point. Have not done that. Lots of flowers and all that. So here's another cool thing. So you get achievements in games, some games, you actually get something for them here. So in this case, if you get an achievement in Super Hot VR, it's almost like a little poster. And you can hang it up. So if you're really proud of getting that achievement, you can plop it up on the wall. If you want to be crazy, you can spin it around in different ways. It's pretty good about getting things nice and straight. But yeah, kind of a cool way to show off some of your stuff. Like I mentioned, when you buy the games, you get the box art, and then you also get the cartridge to start it up. And they just added this like within the past few days, different music. I haven't found a way to actually activate them yet, so I don't know if you need like a music player. You can hear it, but I don't see a way to make it, because as soon as I let it go, it just goes back to what it was before. So I don't know. But yeah, that's a look at Oculus Home. I have some work to do with mine. But something else I thought was kind of interesting. Oh, and you've probably seen the beginning of or end of some of my newer videos, but you also have the option to view your desktop. So with that, this will be the end.